What do we have here? Something new. Let's open it with something old. This is an old Comorin. I think it's an original idea. Design. I don't think it's a clone of something, but I could be wrong. If you recognize this as a clone of something, this, early 2000s, I don't know if it's early 2000s, probably 2015 or something. I'm not really sure. If you recognize this Comorin as a copy of something, let me know. But until then, we're going to use it. We're going to open stuff with it. Get in there. What do we have here? It's wrapped up in just like a tissue paper, but nicely though, nicely wrapped. No problem with it. Pretty heavy, whatever the heck it is. Okay, just get out of there. God dang it. Come on! Okay. Oh, that's right. This one was a weird looking one. Okay, I thought the design looked pretty neat. Just a weird little eBay find. Boy, it's heavy. This thing is a chunk. Let's get the scale in here right away, because that is the first thing I noticed about it, is that it is freaking heavy. All right, let's take a guess. 7.3. 8.1. I wasn't even heavy, and I wasn't even saying it was heavy enough. This thing is pretty beefy. I think it's steel. I think when I bought it, I thought it was a titanium frame lock, but it feels like steel. Okay, that's a really nice opening though. Wow. Nice. It's flipper only. Boy, that is a nice action. Wow. Okay. Is it a little loose? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the pivot is a bit loose. Let's see if we can tighten it up a bit. Hopefully. It's not, okay, there we go. Now that felt a little tighter. Still a tad loose. There we go. Okay, interesting. Boy, that is so drop shutty. Boop. Nicely centered. The pocket clip looks basically useless. There's no upended at all, so you're gonna, wow, it's real strong too. Jeez. Not well thought out, the pocket clip. I can fix this, but dang, it's a weird one. Doesn't have any writing on it. Okay, it's supposedly D2. No other writing. I really love this, and it looks familiar. This particular design looks familiar, so I'm thinking this might be a clone of something, like a custom, somebody's custom or something, but I don't know. Again, if you guys recognize it, I wonder what's up with that cutaway right there. It's interesting. A nearly full backspacer, pretty much full backspacer I would call it, and with that little cutaway there, that I'm not sure what it does. Doesn't seem to do anything, correlate to anything on the inside. Boy, it's a neat looking knife though. I can definitely fix that pocket clip. That's not a problem at all. Hardware looks pretty nice on it. Blade is interesting looking for sure. Nice little swedge across the top. Kind of a bead blasted finish. Could have done a little bit more of a swedge there, but not bad. The pivot side is interesting. Almost looks like that's titanium, but it wouldn't be. No, that's stainless. Okay, so yeah, the body's stainless. Everything is stainless. Nothing titanium on her. So she's a big, heavy chunk, over 8 ounces of beefy steel, and slightly light detent, which, you know, I could fix that by pressing that lock bar in a little bit, and that would make it have a little nicer detent. How's the lockup? Lockup looks good. Nope. Wow, no lock rock. How are we doing on pivot lash? A tiny bit. Tiny bit of pivot lash, but not bad. It's an interesting knife. I kind of like the general, idea of it. That could be a little less pointy. Lock access is great. Just a really interesting knife. I think it's just one of those generic Chinese builds that I hope isn't a clone of something. But if it isn't, I like it, other than the fact that it weighs over 8 ounces. So, I'm not sure if it's a keeper, given that weight, but man, it's really nice. Really cool design. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about it other than pretty well built. Could use a thumb stud, that would be nice. You could almost reverse flick it if it was a little, there we go. If it had a little bit more friction to it. But you know what? Maybe I'll end up doing some experimenting on it. Oh, it's got a little bit of detent lash, but not much. Tiny bit. But if I press that lock bar in a little bit more, give it a little bit more pressure, that might take away the detent lash. So what I'm going to do with this pocket clip is take it off. I'm going to put this end in a vise, probably about here. And then I'll bend that end down, and then I'll put a little bit less of it in the vise and bend that part up, so so that'll make it go up and then back down straight, which it hardly does at all now. Very weird. Not sure why they did that. It's like not that easy or not that difficult to do to make a pocket clip the right way. Very strange. Apparently it's not that strange because it was pretty difficult for me. So I put it in the vise and gave it a little bit more of a bend. Hopefully that's not too much. It actually looks like I might have gone too far with it. I might have to straighten that out just a little bit now. That might be too much. We'll see. I'll put it on there and see if it looks like complete doo-doo or looks good. I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't need a lock insert because it's stainless steel already. And normally it wouldn't have an over travel stop because there's no insert. But the over travel stop on this one is just the end of the pivot there. So the lock bar can come over and hit that and not go too far and not get bent out or whatever. And that would be bad if it got bent out because it's already a little light on the detent. So I'll probably get that bent in a little bit. I don't think it'll hurt the lockup any. The lockup's good as it is, and it probably won't go any further, even with a little more pressure. Which is good because on a lock bar that has an insert, I can actually adjust the insert up if the locking is too far over, like if it's 80% lockup or whatever. But this one, I could not adjust anything on there. Let's see, did it loosen up while I've been playing with it? It actually did. Wow, this thing is just comes loose really easy. So it probably needs some Loctite. Boy, really nice action though. Interesting knife. Yeah, it's a weird eBay find. I don't know if you could find it again. You know what? If I find, I'll look for it again. I'll look see if the same seller has more of them. If they do, I'll put it down below because it's it's fun, interesting, weird knife. So that's your interesting, weird, very cheap. I think it was literally $25, $25 for a very heavy frame lock knife with cool designs on it. So there we go. We redid the pocket clip here and just gave it some texture. Did some sanding across it and then polished it because it was just very boring looking even after I rebent it to where it actually works as a pocket clip. So that's the finished product. And there's a preview of the upcoming show. Kaiser versus Civivi. Who's gonna win? Have a nice day.